think it's a mix of both, Billy. I mean, I think that Capricor is trying to get FDA approval on eight patients of data, which is really unprecedented. Now, to be more fair to them, it's around 20 patients of data, but 8 people have taken their drug. That is not enough to win FDA approval. I mean, really, that's just unacceptable. And if you have any experience in pharma, you know that with 8 patients, kind of anything can happen. Once you bump that up to hundreds or thousands of patients, you start to realize that the true signal comes out. I don't know why they did it at the time, but the FDA told them to do a phase 3, and they're going to tell them to do that again. I mean, if you want an exception on not doing a phase 3, you better have the best data anybody's ever seen, and that data is a little bit... It's not exactly impressive. It's not bad. It's a good start. But if you look at the mechanism of action, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because it's not really focused on the cause and issues related to the disease. I hate it when I see the bot likes stocks that I don't like. Like I don't like Lindy, but it's long Lindy. I could put a tiny human factor into it, but like if I did that, you know, not sure it's what I'm going for. It defeats the whole purpose. Oh, I don't think we're gonna have a futures algo just yet. I mean, we could of course make them. I'm more talking about customer accounts with futures. I didn't code the entire thing on stream, but I invited a few Godel customers to the repo. The bot bought NVIDIA at 103.86 and promptly sold it at 104. Fortunately, it also bought Novo at 62.10 and sold it at 62.02 for a loss of $9. At some point, I want to look at Capital One. I don't know financials, man. They're confusing to me. I don't know how to judge loan quality, deposit quality. I don't really know what makes those companies tick. Do I want to learn it? Yes. But do I want to do a lot of things? Yes. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to do all those things. There is a preset selection. Marcus, I think it changes marginally, obviously. Anybody who tells you it changes a lot is... But if you think about your career in terms of like, okay, these are things I want to accomplish, and then I don't want to really have a career anymore. Look, I mean, that's fine. If that's the way you approach things. It's not the way I do things. I'm a very competitive person. I really like to compete. Well, if you have a non-technical background and you want to be in software, it's time to get a technical background. You don't have to be God's gift to programming, okay? But, you better start. I don't learn a little bit because it's going to be difficult. Next thing I would do is I'd probably try to consume all the YC content I could. I don't agree with every single thing they say, and I don't believe in every single thing they say, but in general, you're getting pretty good advice there. Next is just get started. The nice thing about software is that there's very low capital requirements, low barriers to entry. You can get started ASAP. I mean, you don't have to become a great programmer. You should be able to learn the basics. And, you don't have to do that in one day, or you don't have to do it while you get started. Just spend half an hour a day learning JavaScript and Python and making little apps, and it'll make your management experience a whole lot easier, because if you're going to be talking and working with people and you don't know what they're talking about, that's not a good place to be. Yeah, look, I mean, if you want to make the claim, and I know somebody's kidding here, that you don't want to be technical and you want to be more of a leader, Steve Jobs archetype, listen, those days are long gone. All right. Steve Jobs didn't want to be technical because you had to hardwire and solder resistors to a motherboard. I wouldn't want to be technical either. But today, you can't write a for loop? Something wrong with you. You need to know all the main packages. I'm not saying you have to be, core contributor to React. That's what your CTO has to be. But you should know what React is and have a general sense of it. It's not rocket science. Stop being afraid. A lot of y'all are too afraid. That's why you got to show up on Notion and Flatbush and say, who wants some of me? What's up? Like that scene in Die Hard. Have you guys seen that? I watched this movie with my dad when I was growing up because we watched Die Hard 1. And it was a really great movie. And I enjoyed it. What a great movie for a little kid. And then we watched this in movie theaters, I think. And yeah, it was okay. 1995. There you go. I was 12. I just started at Hunter College High School. Hunter College High School is 94th Street, Park Avenue, about 10 blocks from Harlem. So yeah, maybe Scarface is a little too much for a young kid. My high school was 6-year high school, so that was right on time. All right, S&P dropping even further. Market maker not loving that, as it bought a lot of stocks on the dip. Tends to keep buying. We gotta bump up the beta hedging. I think it is basically just long. These things are a little bit painful to debug, and thought I added some good beta hedging, but I did used to carry big computers with me all the time. I'm actually not as learned in black culture as you might think. So like I've never seen the Boondocks. I watched the guys from the Boondocks do a few skits. I haven't seen the black movies. That's probably where I draw the line. Because they're really meant for a different audience. I wouldn't say that, Kenner. Not grow up, but I certainly, when I joined Kramer's firm, I learned who all the big players on Wall Street were, Soros, Tiger, etc. I think that the reality is, yes, we back off the trade war with China, but where are we left with? Well, we were super bearish beforehand too. So like I said, just focus on ideas. Everything else will take care of itself. Yeah, D-Wave was up even more earlier. Really good short opportunity. Yeah, market maker running on CSS. Let's go. I believe it's Turing complete. We crossed, what can I say? I mean, you can look at our traffic on some of these traffic websites. I'm happy to say we've crossed 10,000 users. Registered users. We've probably had over 100,000 users. Remember, we haven't promoted it publicly yet. I won't say how many are paying users, but it's a fairly large amount. Oh, I got to update SAP. I've never played Guitar Hero. I just use Interactive. They provide the whole thing. Trump. Oh wow, Trump at 56%. Yeah, I mean that was always one of the risks of Trump, is that you will get that boom at some point when he tries to pump it. Part of the natural. INQ's up 4%. I see it. It's not doing great. INMB on a scale 1 to Cassava is probably like a 8 or a 9, maybe a 7. Well, Cassava was a big scam, so you don't want to be on the 1 to Cassava scale. You want to be a 1 on that scale. CAPR is like same, a little bit less maybe than INMB. We're sophisticated investors here. We don't look at TradeBot. This is an integrated, quantitative, systematic trading strategy. That a TradeBot? Come on, brother. This is a library called JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. It is sometimes called vanilla. It's the best JavaScript library there is. You can use as advanced features like border, padding, background, color. Is it actually making the trades? No, it's fake. The interactive broker sound, I just have it playing. I didn't learn enough from going to jail for fraud the first time. I wanted to do it again. Why not use Python? I don't know what you think this is programmed in. You think it's programmed in JavaScript? I don't know if you don't understand the web clients. You can't use Python on Chrome. Maybe you have a special Python web browser that I don't know about. You got one of those PyChrome? Cobalt is on the periodic table. COBOL is a programming language that I read about in Encyclopedia Britannica when I was 4, reading the book was bigger than me. I was small reading the book. COBOL. Common Object-Oriented Business Language. It's 4-year-old Shkreli. Next.
Order cancelled.
That's 4-year-old Shkreli. You can backseat drive all you want. Just don't be a noob. I hate noobs. 4-year-old Shkreli.
Order cancelled.
Maybe I was 5 by then. I got up to the F volume of Encyclopedia Britannica.
Order filled.
Fortran, Formula Translation Program.
Order cancelled.
1967. I know how to use React. We're not using React for this bad boy. I'm trying to find a trade where, okay, here we go. We bought
order filled.
Uber at 74.5 twice. And we bought Lindy twice. We bought Apple twice. Here, look at this money right here. You see this? I want you to see this. All you haters. AMGEN. Scamgen, as I used to call it when I was
Order
short.
cancelled.
I've been short and long AMGEN many times. When I'm long, I love it as a pioneering biotech company. When I'm short, I call it Scamgen. All right, haters, feast your eyes on this. Bought 4 shares,
Order cancelled.
$278.48.
Order filled.
Sold 4 shares,
Order filled.
$278.91.
Order partially filled. Order cancelled.
You want to calculate IRR? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Let's go. Watch this. Watch this.
Order filled.
Every day making hundreds of dollars.
Order cancelled.
$278.91. $278.48.
Order cancelled.
Well, I guess I can just do this, right?
Order cancelled.
That is 15 basis points. And how much time?
Order cancelled.
Well, 2 minutes, 25 seconds.
Order filled.
How many 2 minutes and 25 seconds periods are there from 9 o'clock, which is 9
Order
o'clock,
cancelled.
to 4 o'clock, which is 4 plus 12? Well, that's a 7-hour trading day. But we have to subtract.
Order filled.
So that's 6 hours, 30
Order
minutes,
filled.
and how many
Order
seconds?
filled.
Well, that's
Order filled.
this times 60 times 60
Order cancelled. Order
plus
cancelled.
this
Order filled.
times
Order
60.
filled.
So there's 23,400 seconds
Order cancelled.
in a
Order
trading
filled.
session. How many trading sessions are there
Order filled.
in a day? Probably 250. I'm too
Order
lazy to
partially
count.
filled.
Sessions in a year,
Order
of
filled.
course. That means there are
Order
5.8
partially filled.
million
Order
seconds in a trading year.
Order cancelled.
Okay. Thank you.
Order filled.
So this is 25 plus
Order filled.
120. It took us 145
Order
seconds to do this trade.
Order filled.
That means
Order
that
cancelled.
we can do 400,000 trades like this. Yes,
Order
but not
partially
while
filled.
the market's open. Yeah,
Order
echo.
filled. Order cancelled.
There's 40,000
Order filled.
trades like this a year.
Order
They
cancelled.
all make 15 basis points,
Order
which they
partially
will.
filled.
And let's say we start off with $1,000. We will end up 10
Order
to the
filled.
29th dollars. 15 bips every 2 minutes. Yeah.
Order filled.
Let's lower this, okay?
Order
to
cancelled.
just
Order filled.
15 pips. Okay, that doesn't help apparently.
Order filled.
1.5 bips.
Order partially filled.
That's a 424x a year.
Order cancelled.
Very much so, William. Very much
Order
so.
filled.
I'm glad there's an astute observer
Order filled.
of statistics here. Dr. Fisher has joined us. Okay, another
Order
banger?
cancelled.
Do I see another banger here on
Order filled.
Netflix?
Order filled.
People hate and say, Martin, you're not real quant. Da da da.
Order filled.
Man, give me the ID. Hold up.
Order
Hold up.
filled.
Netflix. Bought at 105, 1,052.74. Sold
Order cancelled.
at 1,053. Spot
Order
23.
Order
Oh! That's a money
Order
trade
cancelled.
again. I did that. I didn't get enough. I'm going in again at 1050. I gotta see this Qualcomm. Bought at 142.03. Sold at 142.09. Quick 6 cents. I love it.
Order filled.
Bought at 101.92. Sold at 102.44. That's Palantir. Bought at
Order
101.9.
filled.
Sold at
Order
102.34.
cancelled.
Again.
Order filled.
2 in a day. And I'm going back again for some.
Order filled.
Okay, Tesla.
Order filled.
Elon stock. 155, 255.96.
Order
Sold at
filled.
256.87. Almost made a whole dollar on that. Bought 255.09. Sold 255.66. So I wanted some losing trades to make fun of myself, but I'm sure there are plenty. Bought IBM, 245.15, sold 245.49 car. The problem is when you're lugging inventory, that can be pretty ugly. This one, Pfizer, made 3 cents here. Another winner in Goldman. Another winner in Disney, 336.25, 336.59, 335.42, 336.62.
Order cancelled.
I'm gonna make a P&L window too. Don't worry.
Order cancelled.
The problem is right now this thing.
Order cancelled.
It's really janky. It's not doing it the way I'd really like it to do it. But I just got my back end talking to a front end. You're already giving me product features. This is the full stack. I got the business logic, the middleware, and the front end. I'm paying extra low commission dollars, and in fact, my plan is to pay no commission dollars. That's right.
Order partially filled.
None. In fact, I want to get paid to trade.
Order filled.
You haters, you're paying commission. Me?
Order cancelled.
I'm getting paid. Look how Robinhood does it. They pay me commission. That's called maker taker. I ain't selling my order flow, but I am getting
order filled.
Maker rebates. It's all maker rebates. I'm never taking liquidity. I'm always posting liquidity.
Order filled.
Strictly maker. Never take. Ken, there's no commissions on makers. You also realize you could set up a broker dealer that's co-located too, right? Like big quants don't sit there trading through Interactive. But even on maker fees, you get rebates.
Order filled.
Robinhood makes money 2 or 3 ways. The first, they make money on the spread of margin. That's the main way.
Partially filled.
The second way is they charge you for options.
Cancelled.
The third way is there's payment for order flow. Margin debit is the biggest way. So yeah, I can take this and make, if you pop out chat, you can have this on any window on your computer.
Order filled.
You don't have to be in the Godel system, and you close it here, it'll close it there. So I don't think you want to do that.
Order filled.
So I don't like that too much. Oh no, if you close it here, it just goes back. Oh, that's neat.
Order filled.
Leonard Green, it's order
filled.
Is it P, right? It's P or investment banks? P. I don't know their numbers. Sam might have quit just so he could
order cancelled.
Do a deal between the two companies. But he is an investor in the company, so I don't know, there'd still be some conflict of interest. But we're not doing any relocation, but I appreciate it. No, we don't do lock-in pricing anymore. Yeah, I know about Nuvalent. If I post a buy order and a sell order, I am a market maker. I like this guy's message, Viraj. Viraj writes, are you a algo trade brother? Let me tell you something. Viraj. Viraj, you got one chance to speak with the GOAT. You're done. Come to me, you better speak English. Who's your brother? I'm your brother. I don't even know you. It's hard to know if Tesla is a short because you're really measuring lots of different things. You're measuring the short-term sentiment dynamics with the long-term business outlook. You have to have a pretty strong opinion on both. There's no... Yeah, I'm not sure that makes any sense, Mr. Ben. My girl's much, much smarter than me on this stuff. If we're going to code a great algorithm, she's going to be the one doing it. Her middle name's algorithm. Yeah, I think OpenAI might become the biggest company of all time. It's got a chance. Not easy.
Order cancelled.
But definitely got a chance.
Order filled.
I did short. INMD, I did. Yeah, I don't know, Austin. I'd be careful. Why did I short INMD or INMB? I don't know INMD. I know INMB.
Order cancelled.
INMD is called InMode.
Order filled. Order cancelled.
Don't know this one. MedTech
order
company.
Cancelled.
Yeah, I don't know InMode. INMB.
Order cancelled.
See, this is how we look for news on Wall Street. We don't use Google. You don't use Google, you use news feeds. Yeah, of course, they're going to lose their dominance to Lilly, but what does it have to do with the valuation? They had problems with Lilly when they had Trulicity. I mean, at some point, it's just too cheap to short. People still use Ozempic. They grew 30%. They grew 30% last quarter. Yeah, you can trade the narrative if you want. I'll trade the valuation. You said you're a deep value degen. Sales grew 30% year over year. They keep growing at that, even close to that rate, the stock will take care of itself. Well, you can see the P&L for my 30K challenge, and the Algorithmic P&L, I wouldn't even worry about it because it's still early days programming this. Look, I mean, I think you need co-location. I think you need to have your own broker-dealer. I think you need to probably write some of this stuff in pretty performant language. You may need a little bit of special hardware, but the reason market making makes money is because you're providing a service. You're willing to take inventory arbitrarily, and you want to take a discount. You're willing to do that at a discount. People who are in a rush and they need liquidity right now, you're providing them that liquidity at a bit of a discount. There's no new summit data, right? It's gonna take them years to. Selinexor was a weird drug. I remember when it got approved. I liked that stock a long time ago. I haven't kept up with it. I don't know how much it's selling, for example. Yeah, it's what is it, fifth line myeloma. Yeah, Lilly's. They all have a bunch of different GLP-1s. Please tune in to what? Yeah, retatrutide is definitely going to be a good drug, but yeah, Ozempic is still selling a lot, dude. Yeah, you're telling me about a link. I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you expect me to see your link? And you think I'm just going to click a link? I don't know what it is. I don't see the link, but even if you had a link, why would I click it? I don't know what it is. Some of you people have never actually touched grass or talked to a person. Click it. It's just a live streamer on a party bus. No, go to another channel. This is a stock market channel. Martin, you're probably talking to kids. Of course you should be learning additional skills, but you shouldn't build a streaming site within your software company if there's perfectly good streaming sites. That doesn't make sense. Our edge is that we make the best financial software. We're not going to be YouTube at making the best streaming software. Yeah, exactly, Mech. Bloomberg has something a little like that, and Schwab, but again, nobody uses it. I don't know, William. It's just all over the place. There's no alpha either. Well, the Resolute did well. Bro, I was the idiot who did invest in NTLA. But I'm happy I didn't double down and triple down and kept saying buy, buy, buy. Everyone's gonna have losers. You just gotta call them like it is. You lose 50% on a stock, you're not supposed to sit there and say, oh, no, don't worry, it'll come back. Just admit it, you got it wrong, next. I don't know, I never heard of NTRP. Oh, liquidity is good until it didn't do so good. All right, Mike, don't apply. Neurotrope was a way, that was a long time ago, yeah. We definitely don't want anyone applying for a salary. You're trying to make a salary, go work at IBM or Google. If you're still at the stage of your career where salary matters a lot to you, plenty of other companies to choose from. Can't make much money at Meta. Zuck will give you a decent salary, but that's about it. Yeah, I like hymns. I'll still give somebody the right amount, the right person. I'll give them the right amount of equity. Depends on who it is. You're a top guy with top contacts and top skills. You could still get 5%. Talking about founders' equity. Meta's not paying you $50 million, but you come here as an engineer, we hit $1 billion market cap, you make 50 million, 20 million, maybe even 100 million. That's worth working 24/7 for. I want anyone with a social life. Anybody with a social life. You have friends, family, man? What? Yeah, no, a lot of startups are cheap. I'm not cheap. I want you to get rich. It's the devil's bargain. I'm not going to give somebody 5 to 10% equity unless they got like I said, the top of the top. But why not? What am I going to own 99% of the company? I got to assemble a crew. I'd rather own 10% of a $10 billion company than 99% of a tiny company. Give 1% to you, 3% to you, 5% to you. And plus, you got to vest too. You got to vest. Cliffs, man. Everyone does the cliff. There's only so many percentages to go around, and so they drop as the company gets more mature. We're down 0.6%. Autos are okay. I would pair it with the industrial book, not just autos. Yeah, most people do 12-month cliffs. It's crazy. But I think that's right. 3 or 6 months is okay. Elon get the whole company, bro. I'd take 1%. Elon could have the rest. Long, short investing, you follow autos, but there's only 20. Well, if you follow autos and part suppliers, you could probably have a whole portfolio. Maybe you work for an industrials PM or something. Yeah, long short is so dominated by tech and healthcare. Sure, there's some funds that have industrial guys. I know there's funds with industrial guys. Yeah, typically you look at all the industrials, but, some of these very big hedge funds, it would make more sense for them to have a dedicated autos guy.